Hi there, for today's lesson we are going to be reviewing narrative nonfiction. Go ahead and say that with me. Narrative nonfiction. Good job. Do you know what narrative nonfiction is? I'll give you a moment to think about it. We've gone over this before. Alright, a narrative nonfiction gives facts about a topic, okay? So, facts mean it's true, it's real information. For example, I am wearing glasses. That is a fact, okay? Now, a topic. It could be about, we just did animal research, right? So we focus on elephants. That's a topic. Ocean's a topic. Water's a topic. There's so many different topics. So, a narrative nonfiction gives you real information about a topic. For example, we learned about elephants. Our topic was elephants. We got real facts about elephants, okay? But a narrative nonfiction, it sounds like a story, but it's nonfiction. So I'll give you an example here in a little bit, but let's go ahead and go over this poster real quick, and then we'll talk about these 3 vocabulary words, and then I'll show you some examples, okay? So narrative nonfiction text can have real settings. For example, the beach, the school. It's not going to be made up. It's a real setting. Real people or animals, photos, realistic artwork, events in time order. So maybe if we're going over someone who is famous, we'll talk about the beginning of their life, the middle of their life, all the way towards the end. Dialogue, which is conversation, words that describe, and then text features. So photographs, table of contents, headings, labels, those type of text features, okay? So that's what narrative nonfiction is. Let's go ahead and write it down right here so we don't forget. Kind of just review it. So narrative nonfiction is a type of writing that gives facts about a topic, but I'm going to do this capital, but sounds like a story. So even though we are learning real information and all that good stuff, it is told like a story. So the author made it a little bit more entertaining for us, the reader, okay? So don't worry, we'll go ahead and look at an example. All right. Now, genre. Before we continue to move on, I want you to understand narrative nonfiction is a genre. It's a type of genre, okay? But what does genre mean? Genre means a type of writing such as fiction, informational text, or opinion writing. Okay, so genre is a type of writing, like fiction, which means fake, informational text, or opinion writing. That's what, it's just different types of writing, like fantasy, fables, okay? Now, nonfiction, make sure this isn't bold, is a type of writing, that gives facts about a topic, okay? So these are our 3 vocabulary words I really want us to focus on. Narrative nonfiction. Go ahead and say that. Good job. It's a type of writing that gives facts about a topic, but it sounds like a real story, okay? Then genre. Narrative nonfiction is a type of writing. It's a genre. So is fiction. So is fable. So is fantasy, informational text, opinion writing. Those are all different types of writing, right? Nonfiction is a type of writing that gives facts about a topic. So you put all that together, get all that together, what you get is narrative nonfiction is a genre that gives you real information about a topic, but it's told in a fun way. It's told in a story-like way, okay? So I know that's a lot of information, and I think the best thing to do now is to look at some examples of a narrative nonfiction, okay? So let me go ahead and do that. All right, do you see this story right here? I am Amelia Earhart. Okay, this was actually the first book I read this year. Okay, so this story is a narrative nonfiction, which means it gives us real information about a topic. What is our topic? Amelia Earhart is our topic, right? So we're going to be getting facts, real information about Amelia Earhart. But since it is a narrative nonfiction, we are going to be learning all this real information about Amelia Earhart, but in a fun way, in a story-like way, okay? So I'm not going to read the whole story again, just maybe a page here or there. But do you see all this realistic artwork? It's not photographs. No, these are drawings. But, you know, it's nothing that looks too fake, right? So I am Amelia Earhart. When I was little, people told me that girls should wear dresses and play with dolls. They said we shouldn't have unladylike adventures. I didn't agree. So this story right here is a little story of Amelia Earhart from the beginning of her life to the end, right? But look how they're doing it. They're giving you this information about her and her story in her life, but they're doing it in a fun way. They're telling you like a story. It's a little bit more entertaining, okay? So as we go through the book, I'm not going to read the whole book, show you, just kind of go through the pages. It just tells about the little different things that happened in her life when she was young, all the way until she was older. So right here, this is where she's starting to want to become a pilot. She's starting to daydream and think about what it'd be like if she was a pilot. But right here, even though these are not real photographs or realistic artwork, it's true. So, to save for my flying lessons, I worked as a truck driver, which wasn't ladylike either. So even though this is, we have this little drawing right here, this is actually a fact. She really did save for flying lessons by being a truck driver. So that's not made up. That's not fake. That's actually a fact about Amelia Earhart. Okay, but it's told in a fun way, in a story-like way. So that's what narrative nonfiction is. You're going to have a topic, right? But your topic is going to be over something that is real. And you're going to be learning real information, facts about that topic. But it's told in a story-like way, okay? So let's go ahead and look at one more example of a narrative nonfiction. All right, here's another story. I know the book cover is really small, but it says water can be. So this is another narrative nonfiction story. Water can be so many things. Okay, so what is our topic for this story? Just by reading the title, water can be. What are we focusing on? We're focusing on water, right? Okay, so that's our topic. Now, we're going to be learning a lot of different little facts about water, but in a fun way, in a storytelling way, okay? So I'll just read a page or two. Water is water, it's puddle, pond, sea. When springtime comes, splashing, the water flows free. So remember, it's still a story. You're going to be learning real information, but it's more entertaining. Water can be a tadpole hatcher, pitcher catcher, downhill speeder, otter feeder. So these are all the different things that water can be, right? Water does go downhill, and when it goes downhill, it is very fast. Otters do need water to get fish, their food. So these are real things. Garden soaker, so when it rains and the water's coming down, it soaks the garden. So this is real information. Thirst quencher, so whenever different animals need water, they can go to a little pond or lake and they can get water for their thirst, right? Okay, so this is just another example of narrative nonfiction. Let me go ahead and go back to our poster because I have a little bit more information I want to go over with you. All right, so that's narrative nonfiction. Throughout the week, we are going to be reading and focusing on narrative nonfiction, okay? So every book I get, pretty much every book I read this week will be a narrative nonfiction. We'll go over it kind of quickly, but I want you to understand, narrative nonfiction gives you facts about a topic, okay? So Remember, it sounds like a story, but it's nonfiction. Nonfiction is real? Yes, okay? So remember, narrative nonfictions can have real settings, real people or animals, photos, or realistic artwork, like in I Am Amelia Earhart. Those were drawings. Events in time order. So in that story, if you remember, it's been a while, but it starts off when she's a little girl all the way to when she gets older. Okay? Dialogue. So in that story right there, I Am Amelia Earhart, she has conversations with different characters throughout the story. That's what dialogue is. Words that describe. So in the story, I'm Amelia Earhart, I'm just using that as an example. It describes what kind of character, what kind of person she was, okay? And then it has text features. If we were to continue going through the book, there's a real photograph at the end of the book, which is a text feature, okay? So that's narrative nonfiction. One more thing I want you to understand about narrative nonfiction is that the purpose for narrative nonfiction is to inform you, because we have persuade, inform, and entertain. But when you have narrative nonfiction, the author writes a story, yes, hoping you'll enjoy it, but their main focus is to inform you, give you real information about a topic. Okay? I hope you enjoy today's little lesson over narrative nonfiction.